Hello my dear students, a very good morning to one and all. My name is Jitendra Singh Kant. I am serving as lecturer in English at Government Girls Senior Secondary School, Gosla, District Ludhiana. So students, today I welcome you all to this session of writing skills. As you are acquainted with this term writing skills very well, in our previous lectures we have discussed everything in detail, but this time again I am here with something different and which is going to be very interesting. I am pretty sure about it. So let's stick to our seats now and let's begin with the lecture on writing skills. So students, before we start further, I would like to discuss two very important things with you. The first thing is approaches towards writing. This is really very important. This deals with the psychology part. What the teacher thinks about your writing skills and what you have to do in your writing. So if you are clear with what task has been given to you, if you are clear with what you have to write, if you are clear with the format of everything, then I think it is pretty easy to write. So here, first of all, you need to understand what the teacher's approach, what the teacher thinks about your write-up. So teacher's approach is very simple. A teacher always looks for the information that you write, what you know, that is important, not what the teacher knows. A teacher might be knowing more than you because he has a wider aura of knowledge, more exposure to the things than you. So what matters most is what you know about that topic. Whatever topic is assigned to you, you are to write certain things about that and you will be judged on the basis of those certain things only. Sometimes the students, they have these fears in their mind that they know less about the topic and the teacher knows more about it, so he might be or she might be giving them less marks for that. But it's never the case. A teacher always looks for the information that you know. And how is it presented? That is important. If you present it right, if you write everything correctly, if there is grammatical accuracy in that, if the formation of sentences is apt, then definitely whatever you write, you'll be judged on the basis of that only. And writing more and more, filling the pages does not make much sense. Writing shortly, less but correctly makes much more sense in the eyes of the teacher. So students, better you make it clear in your mind that the teacher looks for the information that you know. So that means what is important is whatever you know. So you definitely should have an idea about what you are writing. So this lecture is going to be devoted on the things that how to create the ideas, how to collect the ideas, what you need to do, everything we are going to discuss further. And there is another approach, that is students' approach. So students, this approach lies with you. You have to explain everything in your own words. Imagine you are explaining to someone. I mean, you are the boss there, you are writing, you have been given a task, but you are to imagine as if you are explaining it to somebody. So that will make much more sense and that will give a kind of bindness to your writing. So this is all you need to keep in your mind before you start writing. Okay, so understand these approaches very well. So let's see what we have further. There are certain steps to follow before beginning to write. You need to follow certain steps. It's not that whenever you are given the topic and you start writing and there you are idealess. You do not have any idea what to write. You keep on looking here and there. No, we don't have to do this. We have to stop all this thing. What we need to do is to follow certain steps to create ideas, good ideas, and then give a write-up. Okay, so the steps are you have to collect the ideas first of all. So it generally happens that you come across a topic, you have only a few ideas about the topic and they are not sufficient to write. Sometimes you keep on sitting and looking here and there on the empty pages, on the sheet, you keep on scribbling with the pen and you hardly find any ideas. I'll tell you the strategy, how to collect those ideas. You have to discuss with your peers, your friends, your classmates. Whatever topic is given, you have to discuss with your friends that what could be the possible answer to that. What can be written? Everyone has a different perspective towards looking at the things. So there are so many students in the class, so it means so many ideas, different ideas we can have. If we share together with everyone, we can have plenty of ideas. If we have plenty of ideas, it means writing becomes very easy. So first thing is to collect the ideas. How we can collect the ideas? By discussing with our friends. Then write grammatically correct sentences. We have to write very short, very simple sentences that should be grammatically correct. This is really very important because this is language. So if you attain grammatical accuracy, that means you'll be able to get more marks and write well. And here are certain strategies I'm going to discuss with you. We have to work on these strategies so that we may become apt at collecting ideas and writing good paragraphs or whatever write-up we are to write. Okay, so let's see what strategies we have further. So students, this is really very interesting. First strategy we have is brainstorming. I think you know these terms very well. I'm going to explain them one by one. First of all, you may acquaint yourself well with these terms. First is brainstorming. Then we have sharing is caring. What we need to do is to share with our classmates. We are not talking about any eatables here. We are talking about sharing of ideas in the class. How to share those ideas will be coming in the next slides. It will be very easy for you in case you make a note in your notebook. You may note down these points, they'll really help you out. The next is collaborative writing. As the name suggests, collaboration, sitting together, copying the ideas of your friends. It doesn't mean that we are asking you to cheat in the class, but it's very interesting. Just wait for its explanation. Then sentence starters. This is also a strategy. You must acquaint yourself with sentence starters. Then we have graphic view. This is also very interesting. Graphic view of the ideas. Then we have organizing tools. This is also a very interesting thing. So all these things are really very interesting. What you need to do is to just listen to what I am saying very carefully and try to apply that thing in your writing. That's very simple. Alright, first is brainstorming. Brainstorming. So look at the picture. There is a bulb that is a signification of your awakened mind. Brainstorming. It's always there when you do anything. You have to first of all think about that thing. When you are to think something, it means you are putting certain pressure on your brain. And you press your brain a little, then you start to think about those things very seriously. So in the pre-writing stage, that is before the start of actual writing, you have to give very serious thoughts to that topic. So you have to think about the event, what you are to explain, any incident that has already taken place. You have to think about that. Think the sequence of those events. Say for example, you are to write about the annual function of your school. So what happened in the beginning? You have to think about it. Collect the ideas. Then what happened afterwards and how it ended. I mean, systematically think about it. When you think, that means you are brainstorming. Make certain points, rough points, note down certain points that these are the things you are going to explain in your writing. So that will make the task very easy. So pre-writing stage, that is before the actual writing starts, you have to think about the topic. Think very seriously. Okay, so this is called as brainstorming. Then next we have sharing is caring. This is really very interesting. Sharing is caring. Sharing means sharing of ideas with your friends. Say for example, we are a group of 5 friends sitting in the class. A teacher can organize the class according to the number of students and according to the capacity of the class. Some classes have more number of students, some classes have less number of students. So accordingly, it's at the discretion of the teacher how they want to set up the pairs or the groups in the classrooms. Once the groups are made, I mean, definitely you are all friends in the class, so you'll be sitting in the groups, say for example a group of 5. When you are sitting together, you'll be discussing about the topic together with each other. Seriously discussion, that means you are going to have, if you are 5, definitely 5 ideas, different ideas on that very particular topic. Earlier, if I were to write something, I mean, I won't have much ideas, only 1 or 2. If I would discuss with my friends, they will also share their ideas with me. It means I will be gathering content in my mind. So same you have to do. You have to share your ideas, whatever you have, with your friends. They'll also do the same thing. So 5 friends are going to share their ideas on the topic. So you are going to have 5, 7, 8, 10 ideas within that group only. Now see, if there are 5 groups in the class, so how many ideas they'll be having on that very particular topic. So the class will definitely overflow with ideas. And sharing is caring. We care for our friends. We want them also to excel. So everyone will excel like that. So we have to develop this habit of sharing is caring. We have to care for our friends. Always share the ideas with even the teacher. You can involve your teacher in sharing the ideas, right? They will also share some different ideas with you on that topic. So this is really very interesting. Try to adopt this thing in your life. Okay, next is collaborative writing. So students, again, instead of starting to write on your own, collaboratively write together in pairs or groups. So together you have to write in the pairs. If I start writing, I commit mistake, then other will point me out, my group mate, that this is how you have to write it correctly. So when we sit together, we collaborate with each other, we write well. The number of ideas we can influence more, right? So we have to write collaboratively. Next is, sometimes what happens, there are some students who write on their own. They are good at writing. So they can be made the group leaders by the class teachers. So they will definitely help other students to pick up. Teacher's task is also to correct students. Whatever they write, teacher will correct. If a group leader is good at writing, if the students, other group mates will write incorrectly, then that can be corrected within that group only. So ultimately, we are concerned with gathering the ideas, writing well, and organizing them properly. All these things will happen within the group only, and the teacher will observe the students doing all these activities in the class. So it is going to be a great fun. Writing together, I mean, this is no cheating at all. We are not encouraging cheating because writing has not started yet. We are in the pre-writing stage. All these things happen only in the pre-writing stage. Pre-writing, before the start of writing, we have to do all these things. And why we are doing all this? Just to gather idea, collect ideas, so that we may have plenty of ideas. Earlier we used to call it as mind mapping technique. We have to make the mind maps either in our notebooks or on the board to gather ideas, right? So that will give you the picture of those ideas, and that pictorial view tends to remain longer in your mind. Right, so this is collaborative writing. So we have to take the maximum benefit of this technique. This is one strategy. Then further we have sentence starters. There are certain set of words that you can apply either to writing paragraphs or writing letters or writing articles or anything. So because letter writing is the part of your syllabus, so we have tried to introduce these sentences to you so that you may have an idea about starting the sentences. Whenever you write informal letter, personal letter, so this is how you start writing. So format we'll discuss later on. So this deals with the body of the letter. So in the introduction you write like It's great to hear from you. Many thanks for your letter, that you are writing a reply to somebody's letter. So this is how you start. I haven't written for ages, but now you are going to write. How are you? How's it going? How's life? So this is how you can start. I hope you are fine. I hope you and your family are well. I do hope this letter will find you in good health and spirits. Just thought to write you a line. So these are some of the sentence starters with which you can start your write-up. You know what generally happens? Students, whenever they are assigned a topic, they do not write anything because they lack in ideas. They often ask the teachers to give them first line so that they may pick up. I mean, this problem will be ended if you understand these things, learn them by heart and apply them in your write-up. So this comes in the introduction. Then further we have, whenever we write for good and bad news, so we start with either to, with the word glad or sorry to hear. I'm really glad or very happy to hear about the news or anything. Or we write as I'm extremely sorry, very sad to hear or read about. Then in the middle part, we write, did you hear about, or tell me about, or oh, another thing I wanted to mention. Anyway, the reason I am writing, I thought I would write to tell you or ask you. So something like that. We keep on writing. This is how to move on the topic. Then ending. What are the starting lines for ending paragraph? Well, it's time to go or to close. Got to go now. Sometimes we write informally. Informal or personal letters or social letters, sometimes we write informal language. So we have the liberty to write slangish language as well, sometimes contractions also we can use sometimes. So this is how sometimes we write. I have got to leave off now. That's all for now. Or we can start the ending paragraph like looking forward to hearing from you. Hope to hear from you soon. Or write back soon. Or drop me a line if you have time. Take care of yourself, or we can write look after yourself if you are giving suggestion or advice to somebody, to your dear one. So these are some of the sentence starters, and these are definitely very helpful in our writing task. So you may note them down. They will definitely cater to your needs of writing letters, right? So further we have this graphic view or warm-up writing. This is really very interesting and it's great fun. Say for example, you are sitting in a group and you are to write about your bad experience, right? Bad experience like you in the past happened to meet with an accident. I mean, what you are going to write, how to write. I mean, all of you sitting together, you see somebody made this caricature, a car and a scooterist, they are seen colliding with each other, right? And there somebody would write like people gathered at the site, and somebody from your side would write like it happens like an accident, and then you will write there is a scooterist also, there is a car, and people gathered to take the injured one to the hospital. Right, so the scooterist got injured. So I mean, this is great fun when you are making these type of graphic pictures of the ideas. That is going to be very interesting, very entertaining, and great fun as well as learning. So if you are to write anything about this picture, I think it will be very easy for you to write then, because you can carry this picture in your mind for a long time. So try to give a graphic view to your ideas, right? This is really very important. Graphic view is very important. I hope you understand this thing. Whatever topic you are assigned, you can have this graphic representation. I mean, we always have the ability to draw certain pictures, and the ideas can also be drawn in the form of those pictures. This is going to be a great help, right? Then after that, we have organizing tools. When the idea is collected now by using all these techniques, we will have plenty of ideas. Now it's not that you are writing whatever comes, whatever you see. It will make your writing haphazard. It will go haywire. It will not be binding. You have to make it binding. You have to organize it properly. And there is always a way for organizing your write-up. How will you organize it? Look at the screen. You are going to organize your writing by using this technique now. First comes introduction. When you are to develop the body of something, it's a write-up, it's a paragraph, it's an article, it's a letter, anything. We have to talk about letter here because that's a part of your syllabus. So how to develop the body of the letter? First comes the introduction. And in the introduction, in these personal letters, we always write about the well-being of somebody. We ask about the well-being of who is reading this letter, who is receiving this letter. And furthermore, you will write the reason for your writing this letter. What is the purpose behind writing this letter? So this is how you start. You have to organize the ideas, right? Reason for writing. Then comes exposition. That is the middle part. Exposition, you have to give details about the topic, or you have to give proper information about whatever you are writing. You understanding this? So students, just note down this thing in your notebooks. It is going to help you greatly. Then finally we have conclusion. Concluding paragraph contains a call to action. Call to action means a statement to get a response from the recipient. Somebody who is recipient of the letter, who is receiving this letter, you are seeking a response from them. In simple way, you are asking them to write back. So this is what we write in the conclusion. So you have to arrange your write-up as per this sequence. I am giving you some time to note these things down in your notebooks. I am again repeating, first comes the introduction. You are to ask about the well-being of the receiver of the letter. Then the reason you will mention, why are you writing? And then comes exposition. You have to give details about whatever you are writing, the information you want to share in that. And then comes conclusion. Conclusion demands a call to action, right? So arrange your write-up as per this sequence. All right, further we have this example now. There is a letter. You just look at it carefully. Afterwards I'm going to ask you certain questions about it. So this is a letter to your friend Geeta, sharing details about the accident you met with in the recent past. You are Mehak of 88/10 New Rajguru Nagar, Ludhiana. So first of all, address of Mehak is given, that is the sender's address. Then comes date, then greeting, we call it as salutation as well, dear Geeta. Then comes the body, the first paragraph of the body, what it contains. I am going to read it for you. I do hope this letter will find you in good health and spirits. For many days, I have been feeling an urge to write to you to share the most painful experiences of my life. Generally, we share happy moments and experiences, but this time it's just the opposite. So students, what do you find in the first paragraph? Just look at this slide again. Ask about the well-being. We have asked about the well-being here. Hope you are in the good health and spirit. So this is, you ask about the well-being. Then the reason for writing. So reason for writing is the painful experience of your life you are going to discuss here. So you have given an idea about what you are going to discuss further, what information you are going to provide further, right? Then the next paragraph we have, a few days ago, I was going to meet one of our common friends, Seema, at her residence. It was evening time and the traffic was moving fast. I took the right turn on my scooter towards her house, but suddenly a car hit me from behind. I lost my balance and fell straight on the road. I had a severe leg injury in the accident. Passers-by took me to the nearby hospital. I was admitted there for 2 days. But don't worry, I am fine now and recovering well. Now see in the second paragraph. I am going to show you that slide again. Second exposition, just look at this. Give details about the topic or information you need to provide. Now see what's given here. The detail of her painful experience is mentioned here now. The detail is given that she met with an accident and she had a severe injury. And what happened then? She provided further information in that the passersby took her to the hospital. She was admitted there for 2 days. So all the information has been given here in this paragraph. Then third we have concluding paragraph. I thought to tell you about the incident as you are my best friend. Your kind words always make me feel nice and special. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care and miss you at the moment. Now look at this slide. Concluding paragraph contains a call to action, a statement to get a response from the recipient. So here what do you see? She is seeking the recipient to write back. She is saying your kind words always make me feel nice and special. Hope to hear from you soon. So everything is as per that strategy, that organizing tool, and it becomes very effective. When you write according to a plan, set plan, then whatever you write, it becomes really very binding and very accurate as well. Then yours lovingly, Mehak. So this is how we write these type of write-ups. Now see what is the format involved in this letter. First is sender's address. Look at the sender's address here. Sender's address is given 88/10 New Rajguru Nagar, Ludhiana. Then comes date. So date is also mentioned here. See, date is given July 18th, 2022. Then greetings. Dear Geeta was the greeting. Then body. Body contains these 3 parts. First is introduction, second part is exposition, and the third part is conclusion. Right? Then complimentary clause. Complimentary clause, take care and miss you at the moment. Then yours lovingly, then comes name. Right? So this is the complimentary clause and name. So this is the format. Students, note it down fast in your notebooks. It's going to help you a great way. I'm giving you some time to note it down. First comes sender's address, then comes date, then comes greeting, then body. Body further contains introduction, exposition, that is the middle portion where you mention all the details, then comes conclusion. Then complimentary clause, and at last comes the name. Right? All right. So next, I just want to ensure that you have listened and seen the content very thoroughly. So here is a quick recap. So now in this session, your teachers will see whether you have listened attentively or not. I am going to show this letter again. You are going to fill these blanks. I read that letter for you, you have seen for yourself as well. So now you will tell me. Your teacher at the moment will listen what you are saying and they will ask you the questions, what will come in the blank. So first comes the sender's address. Now tell me what comes next. You have to fill that blank and either note it down in your notebook or tell your teacher, come on. Then there is another blank. Now tell what comes in that blank. I'm going to ask you again. Then comes the body. I do hope this letter will find you in dash. Just try to recollect what was told to you earlier. What will come here? Just recollect. Think about it. For many days, I have been feeling an urge to write to you to share dash. Again, now tell your teacher what will come in this blank. Write down in your notebooks, come on. Then generally we share dash, but this time it's just the opposite. So this is the blank again, so you have to fill that up. Try to remember that, what we discussed here. You can have your own ideas as well. If you will add up something of your own, that's a good welcome here. It's not that whatever is written you have to write the same thing, but you can write anything, but that should suit the condition here. Then a few days ago I was dash one of our common friends dash at her residence. Now see what will come in these two blanks. Just one word you have to mention here. Then it was dash time and the dash moving fast. Now tell me what time it was. Was it morning time, afternoon or evening time? And what was moving fast? Cars were moving fast or traffic was moving fast or whatever it was. Tell me now. I took dash towards her house, but suddenly a dash from behind. So what will come here? Tell me now. Tell your teacher what will come in these blanks. Let me see if you have heard the lecture seriously or not. Next sentence is, I lost my balance and fell dash. I had a severe leg injury in the accident. Passers-by took me to dash. Where was she taken to? Come on, tell me, speak up. Where was she taken to? To a medical shop or a hospital? I was admitted there for dash. For how many days? I hope you remember this thing. But don't worry, I am fine now and dash well. So what she wrote earlier, just recollect. I thought to tell you dash as you are my best friend. Your kind words always make me feel dash. Hope to dash. So what conclusion demands here? To write back. So what will come here in the last blank? Come on, tell your teacher what will come here. Hope to dash. Take care and miss you at the moment. Dash lovingly. What will come here now? Tell me. Dash lovingly. Your lovingly or yours lovingly? Many students we have found are confused here. They often make mistakes. And tell your teacher what will come in the beginning. Y will come capital or small? And apostrophe will come here or not? Come on. Make the things clear at your level. Come on. And then in the last blank, what will come? I hope by this time you have filled all these blanks. So let's see whether you have filled them right or not. Come on. So here it goes. So answers are given in blue now. So in the first blank, you'll mention the date, then greeting, dear Geeta. Then I do hope this letter will find you in good health and spirits. So this was to come there in the first blank, good health and spirits. Then for many days, I have been feeling an urge to write to you to share dash the most painful experiences of my life. Then generally we share dash what generally they share, happy moments and experiences, but this time it's just the opposite. Then a few days ago, I was going to meet one of our common friends, Seema. Her name was Seema. At her residence, it was evening time and the traffic was moving fast. I know you knew this thing. I took, then came the dash, the right turn on my scooter towards her house, but suddenly a car hit me from behind. A car hit me from behind. I lost my balance and fell straight on the road. I had a severe leg injury in the accident. Passers-by took me to dash the nearby hospital. She was taken to the nearby hospital and she was admitted there for 2 days. But don't worry, I am fine now and dash well and recovering well. So all the answers are given in blue color here. Just note them down and correct whether you have done them right or not. I thought to tell you about the incident. As you're my best friend, your kind words always make me feel dash nice and special. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care and miss you at the moment. So lastly, yours lovingly, Mehak. Yours lovingly. Yours. I am giving special emphasis to this word. Yours. Y capital and no apostrophe S. Generally you people make this mistake. Then Mehak. So here are further some tips to improve your writing skills. I am going to read it for you. First is you have to expose yourself to reading. If you read a lot, then definitely you are going to have better ideas. Improve your vocabulary. If you have good vocabulary, then long sentences you can write in very short way. Use dictionary to know the different shades of meaning. It's important to keep a dictionary. Observe the things around. Write a lot in your free time and always discuss the topic with your friends. Participate in classroom discussions and activities and always write a rough draft first of all. Right? So this is the home assignment. Just try to write this letter to your brother who lives at a hostel in Chandigarh, advising him to improve his performance in studies. So teachers will take care of this thing and students are going to do this work at their home on the basis of what they have learned today. And with this, I shall sign off now, taking your leave. Thank you students, thank you very much for your patience and keep doing the good work. Thank you.